I do not own Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm just trying to see which one is better. Guys, how's it going? We're back with the third. I think this is the third one now. The third Pokemon versus Yu-Gi-Oh! Debate. Now we're on to the cards. The cards itself. So let me get my notes right here. So we're gonna be going over how the card is designed, like how good is it, and the labeling. The labeling is important, like like where it's at on the card, and playability, like basically which one's easier to play. So we got that out of the way. So let's get to the cards. So I actually have two Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Okay. Right away, you can see the difference. First, we'll talk about the design. So the design on the Yu-Gi-Oh card. So we'll talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh card. The Yu-Gi-Oh card has a big picture of the monster that compared to the Pokemon card. It has really big gaps on the bottom to label what it does. Here, it kind of in small letters, and sometimes it's hard to read. You have to go up close to it. And it labels what level it is, and what type it is, and what monster it is. Alright, now we go to Pokemon. Pokemon says its name, it shows a picture, it labels its two type of attacks, tackle and whip, how much damage it does right here, and its health points. And what type of, well, obviously it's a leaf type Pokemon, grass type. Its weakness, it tells you its weakness and its resistance, so that's a really good feature. So the design on these, I can't just say about the front. So we're going to have to go to the back, since these are both really close. The back, the design on this was really thought out. For both of them, really. On Yu-Gi-Oh! They kind of wanted to stay towards the cards. On Pokemon, they could have did whatever they wanted. But they had to have a Pokeball, because that notifies that that's Pokemon. But they could have just put Pokemon, and just a blue card. But they, as I said before, Pokemon is for teens and kids, and for adults, I know I'm probably going to still be watching Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! When I'm probably 30. Yeah. Well, anyways, so we'll go label the backs. Look at the back we'll start off with Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Goes to the animation, the circle and then the ring around. Well, it's not kind of like the anime. There are cards that look exactly like the anime. I wish I had some so I could show you. I used to have one, but I think I sold it. Well, anyways, it kind of represents the anime. It puts its label, so it labels its company, Yu-Gi-Oh! and Konami. On Pokemon, it just says Pokemon on it, and it has the Pokeball. And the Pokeball is a nice feature. It's a nice feature for the back. I'm not going to get that long. So, the back would have to go to... The back's really, tipping the scale right now. Because the front, it has all their capabilities on it. The only thing that's different on these two, this has better graphics than this. It's more detailed in the picture. So this is design, so I gotta go off the design. So the design, it has really good detail, but the Pokemon card has more thought into it because of this. It has the picture. It's not as big as the Pokemon. It has the picture, but its back has more detail than this back. It has the like a portal of the Shadow Realm. It looks, well, I've always thought it was the Shadow Realm. But this one has more color, more texture, more force into it. So if it was a front, just based on the front, the Yu-Gi-Oh would win. But since we're doing front and back of the whole card, I have to give this point to Pokemon.
Erase idle thoughts. Complete concentration.
So yeah, Pokemon gets that point. So now, let's go on the layout. So, the best, like, their layout of their abilities, their, like, Pokemon's abilities right here, its points. Pokemon's abilities right here, its points, its hit points. Okay, let's see who has the better one. So let's start off with Pokemon. Pokemon, it has its points labeled right next to its attack. It has 2 attacks. Sometimes to attack you need to flip a coin, but that's common even in Yu-Gi-Oh. So its hit points are at the top. Its life, you got to keep track of its life points, and it tells you its weakness, which is a really good feature. Not most today most cards would probably tell you, like Magic. Well, Magic was the same company that first invented Pokemon. The Pokemon cards. I think it was Wiz, something like that. So, it shows you its weakness and its flaws, and that is a really good feature. So, and it tells you its stage it's evolved for. So that's really good. That's really good. Now, onto the Pokemon. See, the Pokemon layout of this card, it tells you its name. It tells you what it is, wind type, anything. The corner, real noticeable. And the first thing you kind of notice about a Pokemon, I'm pretty sure as a kid, you'd know that more stars would probably mean good, because you probably see the stars. So that's the thing you notice. So this picture you notice as well, of course. And it's all its effects is labeled at the bottom, so you know what it does. It's all going to be right here. It's all going to be right here of what it does. And its attack and its defense are right at the bottom of it. Right next to each other. Not separated, not anything. So, the best layout between these two would have to be...
How are you supposed to get rid of these things? When you smash them, they come right back.
Mokuba, what do I always tell you? If at first you don't succeed, blast them with your blue eyes again!
The playability. The playability, it's too... I went over this in the last video, but this was based off the items. Now this is based off the cards, so this is a totally different story. The Pokemon layout, I'm pretty sure there's match just like... Yeah, there's match just like the Pokemon layout, so I'm not going to include the mat thing part. I'm not including the items. I'm talking about just a playable... Like, say you were playing on a table with somebody, and you were trying to show them how to play this game. I'm pretty sure each game would be probably complicated if you didn't know how to play it. But this is why the card itself comes into play. Because the card game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is all based off your life points. The life points, you don't want to lose them. In Pokemon, you don't want to lose your 6 Pokemon. In Yu-Gi-Oh! You could have up to 40 monsters, but you wouldn't, because you need spells and traps. Just like in Pokemon, you need evolve cards, you need the trainer cards, you need the switch cards, you need the Fire Emblem, you need your tokens, just like in Yu-Gi-Oh! The only difference is, in Yu-Gi-Oh! You could summon up to 5 monsters at a time, every turn. And you could tribute monsters, make it more powerful. And that's where the difference between them goes. Because you could set down traps for for your enemy. You could set it all up. It's a really, really good common gameplay where you're waiting for your enemy, you're planning up ahead. In Pokemon, you're kind of just waiting for the attack, and you want to see if you could dodge it. You could dodge it whenever, but in Yu-Gi-Oh, it's a real strategized game, and you gotta think ahead of the game. You gotta believe in the heart of the cards, basically. In Pokemon, you kind of just you see what their card is already. You know what's gonna happen. If it's stronger, you know how it's gonna end. In Yu-Gi-Oh, they can have the most powerful monster on the field, and it could go either way. You could have 10 life points or 100 life points or 1 life point, and it could be different from 2 life points or 3 life points or 1,000 life points or 4,000. It could change. The game could change quick. So today's win, I have to give to Yu-Gi-Oh! Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Has the best playability on its cards. It's known for its cards. It's a card-based game, so yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Wins. The reason why is because it wins is because the game itself it's based off the card game. Pokemon it didn't copy it because Pokemon's card game was first. And I think that's where their flaw was. Yes, Pokemon was first before Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Came out in 1998, the first comic book, but the cards itself didn't hit the shelf until 2000, maybe 2001. So yeah, they didn't. Pokemon was first. It came out in 1998. 1999. My bad. 1999, December 1999, and it was a good game. You know, it was a good game, but I guess, you know, Konami kind of saw the mistakes it had, and the Yu-Gi-Oh! Since Yu-Gi-Oh! Was already made, they knew how to kind of fix the card game, how it could have been played on the actual cards when you take it home, than from the show. Because the first season was kind of, you know, you just summon a monster. You don't have to tribute. In the card game, you have to tribute more. You have to give up monsters in order to summon monsters. So there's that, and it's really fun to play. And it could just, it's real fascinating because it could go either way for any player. So yeah, the win goes to Yu-Gi-Oh!
Look, face the facts, Siegfried. Your life points hit 0. That's about as over as it gets.
So, but the best design on the cards were Pokemon. The layout of every card goes to Yu-Gi-Oh! And the playability for the cards of how to play it and what to do goes to Yu-Gi-Oh! So Yu-Gi-Oh! Has the best. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Wins this one for now. Or maybe it already won. You never know. So the next time we play, we're going to go over the games. We're going to start from Game Boy. We're going to start from... Then we're probably going to go to other future games, like the Xbox and the DS, and we're going to see which one had the better, better game out of what it had. Which one was better to play, basically, on the games, on devices. So, until we meet again, I'm Rook 4. We're debating which one's better, Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! So, I'll leave. And if you don't agree, this is my opinion. I did research on it. I'm being honest with you. I think this is why this is better, which is better. I'm just giving you the facts. But remember, this is just my opinion, and hope you enjoy. And next time we'll be going over the games and seeing which game is better. You can vote in your comments which one you think is better. Like if you want, you don't have to. Subscribe if you want, you don't have to. And see you guys later. Peace. I'm Rook 4, and I'm signing out.